Hello, everybody. Zacharias, I think this is a British accent, I'm not sure. As requested, this whole video will be filmed in a British accent. I'm just kidding, I can't do this. But thank you for the request, Rise. But welcome to episode 3. And today we are basically going to just talk about different kinds of properties and buying them with different types of loans. What costs actually go into buying a house and what that monthly payment looks like too. I actually whipped up a huge Excel sheet that I'm going to put on the screen so you guys can kind of follow along and see everything itemized out, because there's just too much information to speak about for 7 minutes or whatever. So I'm going to flip the screen now. With this, we're going to be using single family homes, a condo or a townhome with an association attached, and then we're also going to do a duplex. You'll get to see kind of what those payments look like with conventional financing or owner-occupant financing. So without further ado, let's get started.
So you'll see here all three properties have 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and are 1,500 square feet, listed at 200,000, are all located in the same market. So we'll call it Des Moines, for example. And we have all 3 different types of properties. So we have single family, condo, and duplex. With each property, you'll see there's 3 different scenarios for purchasing this place. So first scenario 1 on the far left there, $200,000 purchase price. You're buying this place at 3% down, or your down payment will be $6,000 for this property, meaning your loan amount will be $194,000. And this is just for example purposes. This is not financial advice. These are not actual rates and numbers and stuff like that. This is just an example. But we're going to say the interest rate is 2.75% when you purchase this place. And the loan term on this is going to be 30 years. So when you break it down, your total mortgage payment per month will be $787. Moving down to the expense category, these are annual numbers, so divide all these by 12. Obviously, when we get down to total expenses per month, that's your total number. But these are all annualized numbers. Say this property has $3,000 in property taxes. And you'll see that across the board here too, just to keep it simple. A lot of these numbers are going to be the same for every single property, just to keep it easy to follow. We'll say this property averages $2,000 per year in utilities. It's not owned by an association. An association doesn't own this property, so association fee will be 0. Insurance on here you estimate will be $850 per year. This can vary up and down. Not only does it depend on the insurance company you go through, but it also depends on the property. If it's an older property, your insurance will be a little bit higher. If it's a new property, your insurance will be lower than it would be with an older property. But we're just going to call it $850 for simplicity purposes. Now with mortgage insurance, you'll see it's $1,200 per year. Mortgage insurance only comes up when you are purchasing a property for less than 20% down. So we're paying 3% down in this example. So you're going to have mortgage insurance. And this mortgage insurance can range, I've seen it from $80 to $140. Again, we're just going to call it right in the middle, somewhere around $100 per month. That $1,200 per year will drop off once you hit 20% equity in your home. And miscellaneous expenses, this could be $100 per month towards, cable, internet, stuff like that. So your annual expenses for this property is $8,250 or $687.50 per month. And when you add those monthly payments up with your mortgage and your expenses, it comes out to a little under $1,500 per month. So back to the house hacking thing, and you can look at this for every single one of these scenarios. That total monthly expenses plus your mortgage is your break-even point. In one of the bedrooms and you rent out the other 3 bedrooms, you would need to rent them out for at least $500 roughly per month for all of your expenses and your mortgage to get covered. To keep this quick, we'll kind of lump in scenario 2 and scenario 3 together. You'll see 5% down on scenario 2, 20% down on scenario 3, or $10,000 down and $40,000 down. You can see the big difference between your total mortgage payment paying 5% and 20% per month. Down to expenses, your property taxes and utilities are the same. You're still estimating $2,000 in utilities. Property taxes are going to be, you're looking at the same property, so $3,000. The home insurance, you're still averaging, or you're still going to guesstimate $850 per year. But you'll notice that the mortgage insurance is actually a little bit lower because you do have a little bit more equity. You did pay an extra $4,000 as opposed to if you paid for 3% down. You're not going to have mortgage insurance if you have a down payment of 20%. So down to the total monthly expenses and the mortgage, you can see there's about a $240 difference per month between 3% down and 20% down. Condo, townhome, and the duplex, these are properties are all going to be owner occupied. They're all $200,000, and you're going to use one of these three different financing options. All of these monthly mortgage payments and such are going to be the same. The only difference here between the condo townhome, between a single family and a duplex, really is the association fee. I've seen these association fees as low as $80 per month, and I've seen them as high as $400 per month. This will cover your exterior maintenance, such as your siding, your roof. They'll take care of your lawn care, snow removal, trash pickup, and sometimes even include cable and internet into that association fee. Home insurance companies actually like condos, townhomes a little bit more, and they're going to be a little bit less for home insurance just because most of these associations do have a master insurance plan when you purchase the property as well. So it's already insured a little bit. So we did drop that home insurance price just a little bit compared to single family, and you'll see it's much lower than duplex as well. And you'll see here I dropped the miscellaneous expenses about $400 on average with a condo townhome, just because there are a lot of those things covered with that association fee that I mentioned earlier. Now with the duplex, if we're going to the expense column, again, because the financials is the same situation for all three of these properties, and because it's a duplex here in the expense column under utilities, you're going to be living in one side and renting out the other unit of this duplex. Say the utilities for the whole building is $2,000, but you're going to pay for your side and the tenant's going to pay for theirs. So let's say this is about $1,000 per year for utilities. Home insurance, this is a bigger building, there's two units, and home insurance companies typically know if you're buying a duplex, someone's going to be living in the other side. Home insurance companies know that tenants typically don't treat the property as well as a homeowner would. Even though the homeowner is living in the other unit, there's still that other side of the unit that is going to be liable. Put miscellaneous expenses at $600 per year. Again, this is assuming that the tenant is going to be paying for any repairs up front or with their damage deposit check. See there at the bottom for all 9 scenarios, 3 different property types, all the same exact property. It looks like right now purchasing a duplex for 20% down will give you the lowest monthly payment that you can get of all 9 of these options in all 9 scenarios. Next week, we are going to talk about the investment side of this. You'll see the tab there at the bottom and kind of what rent looks like, value appreciation, how do you recognize a property if it's worth investing into, and all of the numbers along and associated with purchasing an investment property. On paper, again, owner-occupant financing, it looks like 20% down on a $200,000 duplex would make the most sense. But next week, we will talk about which of these scenarios actually will pay you the most in the long term and kind of reach your financial goals in that aspect.
There you have it. Kind of a long video. It actually got dark outside while I was making that thing. But thanks for watching. Comment your thoughts below, or do whatever. Again, I hope you found something valuable here, and I will see you guys next week. That's Australian, isn't it? Not even British. All right, see ya.